Hey everyone, welcome back to Paperback Empire. My name is Lauren, and today I am going to be drawing my January TBR. So as you can clearly see, I have turned my Paperback Empire logo into a t-shirt. I love my logo and I love to read, and I sort of thought if you want to share your love of reading with the world, then what better way to do that than with a shirt that screams Paperback Empire. If you would like to get one for yourself, I will leave a link down in the description box for my Redbubble store. It comes in a bunch of different colors. I think it's like 16 or 18 different colors. So if you're interested in that at all, then just follow the link below. Alrighty, so down to business. If you have never joined me before on a TBR video, this is how it works. I have my jar. I call it my TBR star jar because it is full of little tiny origami stars that I have folded up out of paper. Each one of these stars has a book that I want to read written on it. They are all on different types of paper, different colors of paper. And I know that any given paper has been in here for X amount of months. And I do it that way just so I can sort of keep an eye on how long books have been on my TBR. I will draw 5 books today. I draw 5 books every month. Every single book that is in here is on my Goodreads TBR. So feel free to follow that link down below. I am also going to be starting a read along on January 1st. I will be doing a Stormlight Archive read along, which I'm really excited about. It is with my friend Yolene over at Yolene Reads, which I'll leave a link to her channel down in the video description box below. We are going to be reading the entire Stormlight Archive over the course of 2022. So it's going to be a fairly slow-paced read along. If you would like to join along, we'll be starting The Way of Kings January 1st, and we'll be reading that for the first quarter of the year, and then the second book for the second quarter, and so on and so forth. I think we're going to probably be having a discussion, probably a live discussion, although I guess it may be pre-recorded, I'm not sure. But we'll be having that sometime, I think, in March. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'll be reading about a chapter a day, roughly, probably. So that is enough talky-talky. Let's pick some books. All right, first draw. So there are a few different colors that I am getting to the very end of them in this jar. So I'm going to go a little heavy on the colors that have been in here for the very longest. So I think that this kind of rose colored star, these have been in here, definitely have been in here the longest. So I'm going to take one of these to begin with. All right. Book number 1 is Snow Crash by Neal Stephenson. Hang on, let me grab it. All right, here we go. Snow Crash by Neal Stephenson. This has to do with like a hacker and cyberspace and a cyber drug and a computer virus and some sort of like a VR kind of game or something. I think I'm probably butchering that. If you've read this before and this is your favorite book and I just butchered it, I'm sorry. It is a cyberpunk sci-fi novel, which I absolutely love. It's probably one of my favorite subgenres of science fiction. So I am really excited to get to Snow Crash. So book number 1, Snow Crash. Alrighty, second draw. All right, whoop, whoop, whoop. Yep, here we are. Oh, welcome to the channel. All right, so I've got another rose colored star. This sort of light green color. These have been in here a while too. Maybe I'll go with one of those. All right, book number 2. Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Nice. This actually just won the Goodreads Choice Award in the science fiction category. You know, I don't really prioritize new releases necessarily. There are so many like older books out there that I want to read just as badly as any new release I've heard of. But this one I've definitely been having some FOMO all year. I've heard primarily good stuff about this book. There has been a little bit of negative feedback that I've heard around BookTube. A lot of people seem to think that the protagonist in this book is a little bit too similar to Mark Watney from The Martian. That I don't think that would really bother me though. I really like the way that Andy Weir wrote The Martian. It had this very like sort of lighthearted way of describing a very intensely difficult situation. I think that this also is a story where a character it's kind of the memory loss trope. The character, I think he doesn't know, I don't know if he doesn't remember who he is or where he is, something to that effect. If you have been watching my channel for any length of time at all, you know that is one of my all-time favorite tropes. So I think I am nearly certain that this is going to be a really good time for me. So yeah, I am just ecstatic to finally get to read Project Hail Mary. All right, third draw. Okay, let's see here. There's a couple of them in here that have been in here a long time. Another one of the rose gold, one of the light green, and also the sort of brown with the little red details on it. Let's mix it up a little and go for the brown with the little red lines on it. All right, third pick. Oh, The Haunting of Tramcar 0015. I think, is this by P.J. Lee Clark? Is that right? That feels right. This is a novella, and it has to do with a tram car that is haunted. This is an author that I have never read from before, but I find the premise of this like really intriguing. I think that the main character has to go and investigate what's going on with this like haunted tram car or something. It sounds kind of like maybe like a horror thriller sci-fi mix. Those are all genres that I'm really interested in, and then you glue them all together, and sometimes you just bake the perfect cake when you have those ingredients. Sometimes not, but sometimes you do. So hopefully this will be that kind of book. So third book, Haunting of Tramcar 015. All right, fourth draw. Okay, let's get, we've got another couple of rose gold and another brown. Let's keep going with the rose gold. I need to get rid of some of these guys. They've been in here forever. As a matter of fact, the rose gold stars have been in here since November of 2020. I don't know if that kind of information is interesting to all of you. Let me know down below if you like hearing whenever I draw a star how long it's been in my jar exactly, because I do have that information. Okay, so fourth draw, here's the star. All right, number 4, we have got The Electric State. Okay, this is I think they made a TV show based on this book called Tales from the Loop, I think. I'm forgetting who the author of this is, but I know that this is a sci-fi. I think it's kind of a dystopian sort of a novel about maybe a couple of characters. I think there's maybe an AI in it as well. They're trying to get from one place to the other, I think, and sort of going through this like post-apocalyptic wasteland. Could be wrong about that. The book is absolutely beautiful. I've seen a couple of, it has a lot of images in it. It's almost like a coffee table book. I think that this is going to be one of those kind of books that I'll probably end up showing off, setting it out somewhere so people can look at it. So I am really looking forward to digging into The Electric State. Fifth and final draw. All right, let's just pick off one more of these rose-colored stars. All right, fifth and final book is Intensity by Dean Koontz. This is a thriller novel. I have actually never read a book by Dean Koontz. I know that he is extremely prolific. I know that this book is supposed to be a real ride. This book is really supposed to kind of keep you on the edge of your seat, which I am always, that is like the holy grail for me, is a book that I get so wrapped up in the action of the book that I just sort of forget where I am, what's happening, forget that I'm even reading. So this book sounds like it may have the potential to be that kind of experience. So yeah, hopefully I'll be having a good time in January with Intensity. All right, so I think that is going to be it for me today. Those are all of the books that I will be reading in January. I would love to know if you have read any of these books and what you thought about them, or if any of them just sound interesting to you and you might pick them up and read them too. If you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will like it and possibly subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.